If humans were born with venom, the way we evolved would have been entirely different. Think about how you live now. You use your hands for mostly everything. Think about how you eat or find food. Think about your circle of friends. Think about how you fight, which I know you do all the time. None of this would be as it is now. Existence as we know it would be entirely changed. In this video, we'll explore what humanity would look like if we were able to inject venom into our enemies. First, let's get into why we don't have venom. Well, do we need it? Due to our higher intelligence, we were able to evolve by making tools and outsmarting our prey. An article in Science magazine called humans a unique super prey, considering we are the biggest killers of animals in the world. Yikes. And we don't need venom to do it. Therefore, our bodies never produced venom glands, which is a whole other system venomous animals have. How else would our bodies be different if we had venom? On top of the venom glands, we'd have extra muscles to help push out the venom. You see, venom is produced when an animal salivates, so anytime we would eat or drink, we'd be using venom to break down what goes into our mouth. Take a moment and think about some of the other things that we actually use our mouths for. I'm talking about kissing. If venom was unique to each individual person, then kissing would literally kill you. Talk about a bad date. This new system in the body would also involve us growing long and sharp fangs. Fangs are utilized to make the injection of venom easier, so if we encountered any enemies, we'd have to bite them to cause them harm. It is possible that we would use antibodies in our system that would make us immune to the venom of our own species, but still, those sharp bites would hurt. The body as we know it would look different as well. If we used our teeth as our main defense system, then we wouldn't have developed our hands like we have them now. For example, it's possible we'd have smaller or no fingers at all. Our knuckles would definitely be weaker and our hands would be teeny tiny small. It wouldn't be out of the question to say our mouths would have developed differently too. Perhaps our mouths would be bigger or wider or even protrude more from the face like a snake's or alien. Speaking of evolution, it was due to our smarts and our hands that we developed tools. If we had two sharp weapons in our mouths with poison, we might not have developed weapons that would have led to further technologies. Ergo, the internet might not have existed, and you wouldn't be able to watch Brainiac. Heartbreaking. War would be quite different as well. If we weren't immune to each other's venom, it would be our main form of weaponry. New laws would have had to have been put in place about how and where we could use our venom or our teeth.
Despite most venomous animals being amphibians, there is evidence of a mammal that had venom glands.
The Eucambergia lived millions of years ago in what is now South Africa. Since then, it is thought that the slow loris was a venomous animal. However, evidence proved that the reactions humans were having from the bite of a loris was a type of allergic reaction, like an extreme case of sneezing from cat dander. However, there is one known mammal today that does produce venom. It's not deadly to us humans, but it is painful. This dangerous creature? The male platypus. Go figure. The platypus has a spur on its leg that releases a venom, not to ward off predators, but to eliminate competition during mating season. Talk about having men fight over you, right, ladies? Anyway, a man named Keith Payne was struck by a platypus spur while trying to rescue it. He described the pain as being worse than struck by shrapnel. 15 years later, he's actually still unable to do certain activities because of the injury. It was thought that to make way for our enormous brains, our jaws evolved to be feeble and weak. But, according to National Geographic, human jaws are actually super strong and efficient. Now, add some venom into those choppers, and you're looking at some very smart, bipedal, and extremely dangerous Homo sapiens. Having this new kind of defense mechanism would have changed the evolution process from the very start. Would we have the same kinds of tools and weapons that we see today? Our guess is probably not. Now we have two glorious hands to do so many different tasks. It's unlikely we'll develop the ability to produce venom going forward, but as John Steinbeck once said, the final weapon is the brain. All else is supplemental. If you learned something from this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more brainy content. See you later, Brainiacs.